So hi, my name's Jonathon Lagrange. If you've tuned into the last video, we were talking about some injuries of the shoulder and a bit of anatomy. If you haven't, I strongly suggest you watch that video so you have a bit of context for some of the stuff that we're going to go through now. I'm just going to go through a couple of exercises, some strengthening exercises. If you remember the last video, we spoke about the rotator cuff. The rotator cuff basically holds the humeral head into the scapula so that it doesn't dislocate or that it doesn't ride up or move around in its position. So I think as a martial artist, it's really important for us to have really strong rotator cuff muscles. So I'm going to give you a couple of quick exercises that you can do for that. Now, I go into a lot of gyms and I see guys doing internal, external rotation while they're standing up with a dumbbell in their hands like this. Okay. I can't stress enough how wrong this is, okay? So if you think about it, your rotator cuff are internal, external rotators, okay? Now, if I'm doing internal, external rotation like this, all I'm doing is pretty much engaging my bicep. It would be exactly the same thing as if I tried to lie down on my side and do a bicep curl. Nothing's gonna happen because I'm not loading up the bicep, okay? You have to load up the rotator cuff muscles so that they can activate, so that we can train them, okay? And the only way to do that is to use them against the line of pull, okay? So I'm gonna show you a couple of exercises now. This is called a TheraBand, okay? Basically, it's just elastic resistance. You can get it from any one of your physios. If you can't find it, come and see me, I can get you some. All right, and I'll just get Tad to hold this for me. What you'll do is you'll tie this to anywhere that you can. If you can't find anywhere, just a door handle, you tie it up nice and tight, close the door, and then as long as it doesn't move, it's fine like that, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you 3 different degrees, varying movements of internal and external rotation. So what you'll do is you'll wrap the TheraBand around you. The elbow is going to stay stuck here, okay? I'll tell you the planes of motion of the shoulder. You've got flexion, extension, okay? Abduction, adduction, and internal, external rotation. Internal, external rotation is a pure rotation around the axis of the arm joint, okay? So when I say keep your shoulder here, nice and tight against the chest, it's because instead of doing internal, external rotation, what you'll be doing is you'll be moving up if you're doing that, and you're not working your internal, external rotators as much as you should be, okay? So from here, good position, don't hitch up the shoulder, don't work like so with hunched shoulders, always a good posture when you're doing it, and do a pure external rotation, okay? You're gonna do that like you would any other exercises. I suggest you do 2 sets of 10 of external rotation, and we're not doing them quickly, okay? We're controlling the movement and controlling it back, controlling the movement and controlling it back, okay? So do a set of 10, and then you're gonna turn around and do the exact opposite, which is from here. So I've still got the line of pull there, and from here I'm doing an internal rotation, okay? And I'll do 10 repetitions of that. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to take it up into 45 degrees of abduction. So abduction is this movement, okay? So we're going to move our elbow up, but once that elbow is there in that 45-degree position, it's not moving, okay? So from there, we're doing an external rotation from that position. So from here, you'll notice that the elbow isn't moving, okay? And I'm doing an external rotation against that. And the same thing, 45-degree internal rotation. So from this position, elbow's not moving, and I'm rotating around that point, okay? And the last one is up at 90 degrees, okay? So the same thing, I'm rotating around that point, trying not to move the elbow as much as possible, and then I'm going to do the same thing here, okay? The exact opposite, internal rotation, okay? Once you've got those 3 right, and you can do them in neutral, 45 degrees and 90 degrees, what we can start to do is do it through range of motion, okay? Which becomes more important because as martial artists, we're always moving. We're moving our arms, and you need to strengthen up in all positions. So once you've got neutral, 45 and 90 degrees, we can tie it up nice and high, okay? And from there, what you will do is an internal rotation through range. So start up in the stop sign position, through range. Okay, and then you would do the exact opposite. So we'd start down here and we'd do external rotation from the bottom through range, up. Again, there's lots of different varieties that you can do these exercises. There's all different ways that you can strengthen your rotator cuff. This is a nice way. I find it's the simplest way to do basic rotator cuff training. Again, if you've got a specific injury or something like that, you're better off seeing your physio and they can tailor a program to exactly what it is that you need. But just for injury prevention and making sure that you're not going to get caught in an arm lock of some sort, or that you'll have the strength to be able to defend against that arm lock, you really should be strengthening your rotator cuff. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and so our next video will be on a different body part.